his things that you can push his button to make him go crazy.
Yeah, and I'm
like
not
my
gonna
baby daddy, I knew he wasn't gonna go crazy on me because he loved me. So I just know I
So
have.
she take advantage of him basically. She knows she can abuse the fact that he not gonna do nothing to her. That's crazy, bro. That's terroristic. That's harassment, bro. And you do that to somebody you love and fuck with. Your child's father. What's good? What's good? It's your boy Beanie, aka Emerald Thoughts. We back in the building. We got some more interesting content, man. We got some very toxic shit, I would say. And it's funny how always talk about how men ain't shit, how men are abusive, toxic masculinity, all these different things, and how they just so innocent. But a lot of times when they speak, you get to hear the truth, and we're gonna get to see the other side of things and how women kind of think it's funny, and how they really don't think it's wrong. Even when you really kind of break it down and like really think like, bro, this is common sense, right? No, not to them. So something else that I noticed is interesting is like a lot of people like to pin Kevin Samuels' audience and Fresh and Fit audience or the women that they bring on versus the women that Kevin Samuel bring on. They're like, oh, these are hood rats, so that's why they think like this. But you get the same results with Kevin Samuel's women as PhDs and things like that. But the thing that people are failing to realize is woman nature is what we're trying to point out more than their titles and their lifestyles. Because regardless of that, their natures are still more prevalent, and that's just the truth with anything. Um, so we're gonna have another example of that, I would say, because we're gonna react to MTR and Kevin Samuels asking these young ladies some questions. Then we're gonna jump to the Lapeef show. So I'm not gonna call these ladies hood rats, but we'll call them more urban versus these other ladies you'll call more PhD. So let's get it.
I'm not at this point.
Did you lie to me?
No, if they did,
I ain't
that's
gonna lie, I said some white ass shit just now. I said more urban. That shit cold like a motherfucker.
to me. Then it's just like if you get me, I gotta get you. That ain't toxic.
That's toxic as shit.
That's payback. That's how what they say will go.
Why can't you just walk away, mama?
I do walk away. I just walk away that I like to walk.
How many windows have you broken in your life? How many cars? Let's get in there.
One car.
Uh-oh.
Never broke a window, but I did steal my baby daddy car.
She big toxic.
I parked it at my auntie house, and it was missing for a week. He didn't know where his car was at. I told him to call the police and find him. He called the police, but he hung up. He was scared. He might.
Think about this. This nigga probably had to go to work. This nigga probably had, even if he wasn't working, he might have to sell some. You never know. He had to make some moves. I know that goddamn much. He might have had kids he had to take care of or go drop off. You don't know what this nigga obligations was, but she gonna do some shit like this because her feelings hurt. Whether he did some shit that may be not cool or not or whatnot, come on, bro. We got to be mature about how we react to things to a certain extent. Like, of course, we always be like, you can't get mad at people's reactions, but does that really warrant that? Like, bro, move on with your life. Like, just move on with your life, bro. Obviously, you made a bad decision. Like, be accountable for that and move on with your life.
Go to jail. So I knew all of his fears, so I just hit him with his fears. I maced him, turned off the water. I like to walk.
How many windows have you broken in your life? How many cars? Let's get in there.
One car.
Uh-oh.
Never broke a window, but I did steal my baby daddy car.
She big toxic.
I parked it at my auntie house, and it was missing for a week. He didn't know where his car was at. I told him to call the police and find him. He called the police, but he hung up. He was scared. He might go to jail. So I knew all of his fears, so I just hit him with his fears. I maced him, turned off the water downstairs so he couldn't wash his eyes. But that's the old me. The new.
That's a terrorist.
The new me, I'm not like that anymore. And it was fun as hell. So ladies, if y'all man cheating on y'all, beat his ass. Beat his ass.
Do you hit men?
Beat their ass.
Do they hit you back?
Never got hit back ever in life.
Do you think it's not right that? Well, let me try to phrase it like this. I think like the idea that you could so like if I'm if I'm like fighting with a dude, we kind of expect, even if it's like a verbal altercation, we kind of expect that it can rise to the occasion of it being physical. Oftentimes, men, when they deal with women expect, I can hit you, but you can't. Kind of all grew up thinking that men can't hit women. So I guess why is there different standards for men versus women when it comes to altercations like that?
Because, well, it depends on a woman. Because, like, I'm going to probably, hit on you, but it ain't going to be like death hits. A man will knock you out. Like,
Yeah,
really
like
knock you out.
knock you off
Like, I'm
your
going to do some
feet.
stuff, but I ain't going to go. Like, I know how far to go with a man. You don't know the man that you date.
That's the problem. Like, ain't no, how far you can go with men. Like, it should never be you can go to any level of type of physical, and really you don't need to be getting aggressive with men verbally either. It's just not worth it. Like, that shows a lack of maturity in yourself. She's a child mentally, if you ask me. Like, tit for tat, I got to get my get back. Like, bro, that's not a healthy relationship. Like, I would, like, so from the first mistake, you got to get your get back. Like, it ain't even got to be nothing serious. So, like, from there, it's just like, bro, it's a tit for tat thing. Like, bro, you dancing with the devil when you deal with women like that, bro. She's clearly toxic and don't give a fuck, and that's weird, bro. That's weird.
And you know his things that you can push his button to make him go crazy.
Yeah, and I'm
like
not
my
gonna
baby daddy,
nitpick.
I knew he wasn't gonna go crazy on me because he loved me. So I just know I
So
have.
she take advantage of him, basically. She knows she can abuse the fact that he not gonna do nothing to her. That's crazy, bro. That's terroristic. That's harassment, bro. And you do that to somebody you love and fuck with. That's your child's father living with somebody like that, bro. That's essentially what it is, and that's why so many men go crazy, bro. End up being so docile because it's like, bro, ain't no way you can buck this horse. Like when you talk about a Mustang, you got to put it in the water. And sometimes you got to do that method 2 or 3 times before you can get it to be. I forgot. I think it's called bucked or tamed or whatever, to where it's not kicking and shit anymore. Bro, she's never gonna submit to you. Like, and it ain't about control. It ain't about being vindictive. It's just about letting you be a leader, letting her just sometimes just sitting back and saying maybe I should shut the fuck up. And this girl in the white gonna actually reference to that when I don't know if it's gonna be in this clip that I got because I don't want to watch this whole thing, but he gonna ask the question basically like, is there anything y'all think y'all could do better? And they was basically like, no, nah, I'm pretty much good. And then they both said that. And then she said the one thing I could do is learn how to shut the fuck up. I don't know how to shut the fuck up, and I found that funny that she could admit that. But bro, that's most women problem with men, and that's why when men be like, bro, like we want peace and quiet, it comes from that constant nagging, bitching. And it's like, bro, we already got to face the world. We already got to go against the world. And now you trying to fight me constantly, bro. Help me fight the world. Take that anger out on the world. Let's get motivated to like be whatever we need to be. But don't fight me, nigga. How that's gonna build a household? Like it's just so ass backwards, bro. And it just shows these women have no idea how to be wives or even functional beings in relationships. Like I don't understand how these people can maintain jobs but can't maintain relationships. And some of them probably can't even do that.
Had a little leeway to be able to do things, but if he was like a new person, I wouldn't do that.
But knowing
So
that
she said she gonna wait to do that, but you can see her behaviors. She thinks she's like fooling people. Only a nigga with no option, a nigga that's simping, gonna fall for her shit. But she even says that she's manipulative. And we talk about, oh, men are the ones that's just so toxic and shit like that, bro. Stop it.
they can knock you unconscious, isn't that the reason not to hit men?
Not if it's my baby daddy.
No, no. I mean, maybe.
So
it
then
is
Goofy
should
as
knocked
hell.
out, but
so
I
then
ain't
yeah,
knocked
so
out.
should men be allowed to hit women then?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
So you just want free reign to smack on men while we can't hit you back?
See, but the reason.
It's
why
a
am
reason
I
behind
hitting
it.
you?
Ain't like you doing it for free.
Like,
They
why
did
am I
something.
doing that? You
Like-
know what
like-
I'm saying?
There's no fucking reason to hit you, because then if this a subjective reason for you to hit me, why can't there be a subjective reason for me to hit you? Like, where's the logic? So I would never advocate for either side being physical or even mentally aggressive or passive aggressive to each other. I think this shit needs to stop in general, in politics, in real life, at work, with bosses. Like I'm tired of this shit. It's so annoying. I hate with corporate people, like they smile in your face. All this shit is just annoying to me. I hate all this like bickering and fighting. Like, bro, there's enough room for everybody to eat. Can we stop like acting like there's like futile resources? Like, and I feel like that's the reason we so crab in a bucket as like people. So the reason I went on that rant is because I don't justify I don't advocate for any negative behavior, whether it's a man hitting a woman or a woman hitting a man, like, bro, don't do it. But if a woman is attacking a fucking man, bro, women are strong. And I these ladies that we're gonna get into the Lapeef show gonna talk about. Well, I guess I say the point for later. But women are stronger than men like to say, or how women like to portray. They try to act weak and shit. But bro, if a woman ball up her fist, bro, it ain't no joke.
Were not hurt. And I would never do it. So I'm not trying to advocate for people hitting, but I'm just saying hypothetically, if a woman that was small hit you, do you think you should hit her back even though you weren't hurt?
I absolutely think I should have the right to hit that lady back. No,
Even if
no,
you weren't hurt?
absolutely. It
Why?
cannot be the case that some 5'3" woman gets to run around and hit every 6-foot man. Like, what world are you living in? Just because you can't hurt, wait. Just because a woman is 5'3" and can't hurt a man over 6 foot means that she just gets to walk around and hit every single man willy-nilly?
No.
Well, there you go.
So okay, so are you saying that it's men's duty to
Jesus Christ, who said the word duty? Are you? Come on, Kay. Listen, Kay.
I'm
starting to see what people are talking about. No one said the word duty but you. Like, you're putting words in my mouth.
I'm not.
I said what I said.
I'm asking you. Do you?
Well, don't know what if you ask.
Well, the first thing I acknowledge is that, like I said a little bit earlier, a 5'3" woman can pack a punch, especially a black woman. Like, a lot of black women know how to fight. A lot of black women know how to at least throw one slug. And then a lot of times they'll catch you while you're in the car. They'll catch you when you're off guard. They'll catch you while you're in the bed. Like they got some power behind it, and you can't do nothing but be vulnerable. Like, you can't even defend yourself. So they like to make it they're gonna paint a picture like, oh, why can't you restrain her? Because some of the times when you're in a situation, bro, like, I've seen it, and we've even seen situations in real life with Rihanna and Chris Brown where they're fighting in the car, and bro, that's dangerous. She pulling the wheel, and I've heard of this in real life with my friends. They pull the wheel, they hitting him in the face while he's driving. Like, what else is he supposed to do? Like, how can he restrain her? She's like, all she can, like, in his free range to his face. And in a situation like that, in the closed quarters, bro, a woman can be hard because they can kick you, they can do anything. You can't move. So they always try to paint these pictures like, oh, why you couldn't just do this? Why couldn't you just get out the way? Because, bitch, we in a moving vehicle. So a lot of times these women maybe never been in these situations, thankfully, but they have no fucking clue what they're talking about. And then to go further on, right? My brother was, I think, 9 years old. And I had another brother, well, one was 9, one was 8. And we were fighting in my bed. I don't know if he kicked me or he just, like, socked the fuck out of me. I don't even think he was 9, bro. He might have been like 6, bro. He was like 6 or 7, bro. That shit hurt. I almost wanted to beat his little ass. That was a 7-year-old, not 5'3". You could say probably a woman might be stronger than a 7-year-old. Or equivalent, possibly. It's kind of funny that you think of a male 7-year-old could possibly equivalent to the strength of a woman. When you want to talk about being equal in strength, or men being equal, that's kind of crazy because it's around 7, 8, or 9 where you get pretty equal with a woman that's an adult. But my little brother, that shit hurt. So they try to like play down and act like women can't hurt a man, and that's so not true, man. That's so not true.
Ask me then, but don't put words in my mouth when you ask me.
I said, do you think that it's a man's duty to put like a smaller woman in her place if she tries to hit him?
No.
It's her duty to keep her hands to herself.
Hold on, wait, because I don't want Kay to misunderstand what the lead was saying.
And this is somebody that's supposed to be a PhD. That's why I wanted to show y'all the contrast of lifestyles, but the same form of thought. And like, he's stuck on stupid right now. This person's supposed to be intelligent. This person's supposed to be on a podcast. This person's supposed to be a journalist to some type of extent. Like, what are you doing on here? If you're not going to display some form of intelligence right now. It's crazy.
Okay, the way you started with the question, you said, are you saying that it's a man's duty?
Exactly, Rilla.
So that's a different question.
Protected at all times. at all times and should allow no one to just walk around willy-nilly hitting him, whether or not he feels subjectively or objectively that that person can or cannot hurt him.
Hey, Lead, I have a question. I have a question. So let's just take the dynamics of you and Kay. And Kay's 5'3", you're 6'3", a whole foot, and she hits you. What? And you're like, well, you hit me, I should be able to hit you back. What about an alternative? And I'm just asking, of a restraint, since you're bigger, and grabbing her hat and calling the police and saying she's right now hitting me.
Cut out the playback. They made the joke. They was like, this, you know how stupid you got to be? That mean I got to hold you, constrain you, find the phone, manage to dial and call the cops while still restraining you and wait for them to get there while you still fighting. And then risk the possibility of, since it was such a struggle that whole time, you're going to look crazy by the time they get there. I'm going to jail. Like these women like seem so stuck on stupid, bro. And then we've all seen Diaries of a Mad Black Woman, I believe, when they use the grits. They use belts. They use weapons. They use they use weapons. Y'all seen women fight on Love and Hip Hop or I forgot that reality show where the bitch hit a bitch with a heel. Like women fight with weapons when they know that they're up against a man or up against somebody that they may have a challenging fight or shit, just about the fight in general. Women will fight dirty. So I've seen this personally on countless occasions. So to act like it's just so easy to restrain a small woman is ridiculous. Some small women got some go when they come to fighting. Motherfucking like, have you ever tried this? My cat weighed about 15 pounds. If that bitch wanted to fuck me up, a woman is similar to that, bro. She can scratch, she can claw, she can kick you everywhere. Come on, bro.
Come here and arrest her for assault. And having it legally on the books that she hits men.
Yeah.
First of all, well, I'll take your second point first. First of all, no one cares that women hit men. When you say legally on the books that she hits men, no one cares. She's not going to get punished for that. So that's not a deterrent at all.
Facts.
Second of all, if I restrain her, if I grab her wrist, there's going to be a mark. So guess what? We're both going to jail.
Thanks.
Oh, you're super strong.
I am protecting.
I'm saying you're super strong. This is the problem with. She's going to be single the rest of her life. She just has to accept. She just has to accept. If she's going to be this difficult and crass, she just has to accept that. It's something wrong with her. She literally made a joke. Like she literally just made his point. No one cares about men's problems. Why? Look what she just did. He's literally saying men are at risk of going to jail when even trying to manage the situation appropriately. And she thinks that's a joke. And that's been a problem with how we dealt with white women. If she say anything, bro, and the cops get called up on us, we in fucking trouble. We know white people calling the cop on us, bro, they could have some very sinister intentions behind that because they know the implications of when you call the cops on black people. Everybody know that. Black women start to see that power as well. That other lady said it. The other lady just said it earlier. I know he's scared of the cops, so I use that against him. Black women starting to act like white women, bro, and it's getting disgusting. I talked about this before. Y'all getting like real Karen-y. Y'all pick, and then when the bear get mad, oh, what happened? What happened? Call the cops. He's attacking me. I'm traumatized. But I've been belittling him for weeks. We even seen it, bro. This nigga was getting his ass beat online. What happened? Nothing. People laughing.
This ain't what you want, babe.
Because every relationship dynamic, the man is always bigger than the woman. We got some big black women. Stop playing.
To you.
Look, y'all seen this nigga before. I ain't about to scroll through all of that. Locked anyway.
Myself restraining her, doing what you say I should do. And then when the cops show up and see my fingerprints on her wrist, we're both going.
But
And
it's
that's
the
the
flip
best case
side.
scenario, because
So
what
then
she
what
could
should you do?
But hold on, Kay, let him finish.
So what should you do? At this point, get a belt and whoop her since she acting like a child. At this point, because I ain't gonna hit you, but I gotta do something to get you off my ass. So take these lumps. I guess we gotta go back to that. Well, hey, a dude used to say spank women. I couldn't find the video of the dude suggesting that you should spank women. It was this old video from like the 19. Some famous dude, like, I forgot his name. Like he had the aura of like the world's greatest man, and he was super popular. I forgot his name though. But I was just searching and I found some shit like this, so it made me laugh. So I was like, maybe I'm not so far off.
Also, too, people are now turning to spanking therapy as a way to motivate them to achieve their goals, but also to deal with past trauma. Joining us in the audience to discuss is professional disciplinarian Miss Chris. What is a professional disciplinarian? How does this differ from this whole concept of being a dominatrix? Explain to us what you do.
I use traditional discipline and traditional corporal punishment in the form of spanking therapy to help people achieve goals and objectives, to help keep them accountable in today's world. I'm a dominatrix. I prefer to.
All right, I ain't gonna let her get her whole shit off, dog. Hey, I'm not advocating for it, but it's a suggestion, man. Maybe some women may be like, babe, I be a little wild, and you can spank me. Maybe you gotta get us some consent. You gotta get some spanking consent. Oh, that's crazy, but it's funny though, because we do see it in other like forms of our society where women and men like to be spanked. Not saying that I like that shit, and I'm not gonna say it's weird or whatnot, because I mean it makes sense. Like people do, I spank in sex, but not to the extreme that they may go to. So the fact that you can do it to a certain extent means it's not crazy. Also, we smack our girl on the ass, and sometimes our girls even smack us on the ass. So I mean, if we really want to talk about it, it is a form of doing it, but it's more of an intimate thing if we're being honest. But let's say if we took it out of that realm, like she's doing it, it can help you achieve your goals. I need peace and quiet, woman. Where my sandwich? Nah, I'm being funny. I'm being fucking funny, guys. I'm being fucking funny. But nah, like I would say it more in a reference to like she's just been in the mood and she just need to get her shit together. We see it, man. Like you slap your friend in the face when they just losing their self. You're like, get your shit together. Hey, woman, get your shit together. You see mothers do it to their daughter when they get out of line, and they can be grown. You seen that scene? Look what you made me do. I ain't say whoop them or beat their ass. So some of them need to be spanked a little bit. They ain't been spanked as a child. Hey, we might gotta go back to that. Some of these women need some spankings. We see it. They go to restaurants to get spanked. They tell you to spank it when you're hitting it. Sometimes they need a little spanking outside of them establishments. They ain't gonna like that one. But like she asking, what should you do? I mean, what can you do but get abused? That's essentially why most men end up in a situation. There's nothing you can do. It's a lose-lose situation when a woman's abusive, and a woman knows that. And she leverages that against you when a woman's abusive. Not all women do it. I don't deal with women like this by any means. So it's not all women. So let's not paint that picture. But the women that are abusive know that, man, and they're very manipulative. They'll use the laws against you just like a Karen, bro. It's dangerous.
Your solution is the best case scenario. What happens a lot of times is I could restrain her. The cops show up. They see bruises on her wrist, but they don't see any bruises on me. So now she's free and I'm going to jail.
Right.
And these same cops
These are the
have
best
probably
case
been
scenarios.
raised, especially down here in Georgia, under the
Yeah.
assumption that men don't hit women regardless.
Yeah.
That's why.
Bro, most cops gonna always look at the woman as the victim. Most of the time. There's a rare case you don't.
Why it's all messed up on all different levels.
Well, let me ask you this, because you're restraining,
She's
you know,
still
you're
asking
talking about
questions like this shit complicated. That's the problem with these women. You're gonna die alone. These niggas are like, bro, what is wrong with these women?
holding the wrist. Restraining could be a bear hug and telling her, you know what I'm saying?
Are
but
you serious?
but
Why you guys breaking down?
Y'all gotta let me finish.
I'm sorry I cut you off at the bear hug.
I'm trying to finish a sentence. So even with that, but if you hit her, being that you're a foot taller, you don't think that's going to be an imprint more than trying to constrain her, than
What
fight
difference does it
her?
make?
And if she doesn't get anything on her, well, no, you don't get anything on her because she's not strong enough to do any kind of bruise on you, but you're able to bruise her when you fight her, and the police come, who getting arrested? The police, when they come, they're looking at who is more messed up.
Not necessarily. That's not true. They really could care less. If the woman look like anything's been done to her, it's a lot of times you can get in trouble. It's a rare circumstances where even if nothing happened, sometimes they put the man in jail just for overnight purposes. Like, they usually always deal with the man before they deal with the woman when it comes to domestic violence, whether something was done or not. So that's just inaccurate.
There's no telling.
Courtney's saying
There's no telling what's going to happen.
No. Yeah.
When the police
Situational.
come,
It's situational.
no, it's not. When the police come, they examine the woman, they examine the man, and they see who is more battered.
Okay, what's your point?
They don't.
That you're trying to
I'll
make?
tell you my point. My point is you when Lee said, well, I'll get arrested because of me restraining her and holding her hands. My thing is, you're going to get more arrested if you're fighting her and she has a black eye.
Courtney, there's no such thing as more arrested. That's like being more pregnant. You can't be more pregnant.
It's not. So
You're
excuse
the
me
one
for
saying that
that.
words
I said,
matter.
what? Okay, and I'm saying excuse me for saying that.
Well, that's why I cut you off.
Okay,
The men are obviously frustrated at this point because these hoes are stupid, bro. But yeah, man, excuse my language, but it's frustrating when they advocating for, it's pretty much okay for you to hit women. But it is, like, obviously I know a lot of women gonna watch this and say they're stupid, so I'm not even tripping on it, but I just have to show this example because it was interesting. These things happened, this happened last year and this happened recently. The other thing we watched happened recently, but it's constant examples of the same sentiment being spoke where women really shouldn't be being held accountable, and the man got to do everything to basically save himself, even though her actions are just like whatever. Like, you got to hopscotch or jump rope and do whatever you got to do to protect yourself, even though she's attacking you. That's crazy. And fuck the physical shit, because we know if they're advocating for this physically, bro, just imagine how they are mentally. You already seen how she was joking when he's trying to be serious about shit. Just imagine living with someone like that. They'll make horrible spouses. Horrible spouses. I know they're annoying. So if they can't understand simple shit like this, imagine something complex coming to the table, dealing with y'all relationship. All I can smell is misery and annoyance. That's why most men stay far away from women like this. Women take heed. Please don't be like these dudes. Please don't. These women are bitter and retarded. But we out.